Chisholm versus Georgia was the first great constitutional case decided by the Supreme Court. In Chisholm, the court addressed the fundamental question: who is sovereign? The people or the state? Now, they're going to have you believe that the 11th Amendment, I don't know why they think the 11th Amendment could take away the sovereignty of the people in the first place, but it didn't do anything. But they're going to try to, like, maybe that will be an argument that they broach, and he is going to address that as well. All right, he's going to address that as well, and which I agree with him because they don't have a good understanding of things. When you really look at these people, it really makes you begin to question the level of intelligence they possess and whether or not, when they went to law school, did they really study law? I don't think they really studied law. I think they studied procedure, and they didn't really get into too many substantive things. They stayed in the procedural realm, which is like what they do with the police officers. That's why when you get stopped by the police officer, he doesn't really know. He ain't read the Constitution. He don't really know anything. They don't have to. All they need to know is the procedures, and as long as they know the procedures, they are staying within constitutional boundaries, and they're in an administrative capacity, all right? Because the legislature is who they're serving. Okay, so when you understand how it's set up, you can understand why they have procedures, and that is the only thing that they follow and they seem to understand. So so when you start talking about sovereignty, they don't know what you're talking about. They haven't read it, they haven't addressed it or anything. It's a foreign concept to them. But let's look at this. This is a law professor. This is a law professor who wrote this. So the fundamental question is, who is sovereign, the people or the state? It adopted an individual concept of popular sovereignty rather than the modern view that limits popular sovereignty to collective or democratic self-government. Now, notice what they're saying. Today, they have you believe that the sovereignty is deposited in a democratic government. Now, we know that our government ain't even democratic. We have a Republican form of government. Our country is republic. Where did they get this word Democrat from? I don't know. I don't know how it got, I don't even know how the word democracy got associated with the United States of America, because you don't see the word nowhere in the Constitution. Benjamin Franklin is quoted coming out of, I believe, a forum or a meeting. He said, well, what do you have? He said, republic, if you can, what did Benjamin Franklin say? Let me get y'all this quote. Yeah, a republic if you can keep it. Elizabeth Willing Powell, Benjamin Franklin, and James Henry Journal. In the aftermath of the violent events of the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021, 1 year today, Senator Amy Klobuchar and other federal legislatures reminded us that we have a republic, but only if you can keep it. The source of this question is a journal kept by, okay, let me give y'all this. Y'all can read it. And they just, you're not going to get this in mainstream media, because the mainstream media is controlled by communists. I'm going to call them what they are. It's controlled by them. Y'all need to wake up, man. Mainstream media ain't going to give you nothing.